Hello everybody, KB1NYD, Mike here. I've had a request to show my bug out bag. Now, for those of you who are longtime subscribers of mine will know I've been meaning to do this video for a while. What a bug out bag is, it's basically a bag that you grab during maybe an earthquake or a flood, hurricane. It gives you the essential things you need to survive. Usually it's 2 to 3 days. There is some key components to a bug out bag that you should have with you at all times. Any pills or medication you're taking, you should have those in there. You should also have things for keeping you going, snack food items, water, and medical supplies. So if you get cut, bandaged, or whatever, you're going to have to be self-reliant for a couple days. So that's what I have here. Now, this does not include food. I have canned goods that I can grab and stuff. Some people like to keep a huge backpack. It all depends on what you want. I keep my bug out bag very simple. Worst case scenario, you can go a couple days without food, but you need water. And that's why you will see this cantina. Now this cantina I got when I was in Boy Scouts, and I'm 41 now, so it's pretty old, but it's like brand new inside. The outside has a little wearing, but you know, after almost 30 years, it should. As you see, I also have a medical bag, which is hanging off my big bag, which is, I got offline. I think they refer to it as a tank bag. I'm not sure. But you can get these at different places. You want a bag that you can grab and go with. And that's what these are. Now, I have a lot of medical, this one, but I've also got more in here because for me, that's an important thing. You get an infection, a cut or something, and you don't take care of it. It don't matter how much food, weapons, or water you have. If you get sick and there's nobody to take care of you, you're done. You know, so that's important to me. The water, you need to have more than that. That will not suffice for a couple of days, but you can grab some gallon water, or you know, just do the research on what a bug out bag will have and decide what you need. This is a minimum bag for me. This is what I would grab, and I could make it a day or two with this, even though it doesn't include the food. But you can buy single serving Spams, you can buy granola bars or whatever, and stick them in your bag. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can just be a package of nuts. Whatever you need to get through for a couple days. You want stuff that's going to be able to stay good in its package for a long period of time. But with medication, food, and water, you need to rotate. Usually every 3 to 4 months you want to go through your bag, and if there's anything with dates on it like food, medication, you change it all out. And that's what I do. That's why I don't keep a lot of food on here anyway. But and the cantina is empty right now. I have just cleaned it recently, so I always clean it every couple of months. Just even though it's not being used, you just want to do that. But you also want to go over your bag because your needs might change. Maybe you're taking a medication you weren't taking the last time you got your bag ready. So, but I'm going to show you what's in my medical bag and in this bag, and I'll go through it. And it is a little heavy, but with anything, if you get any bug out bag, they usually are, because you're carrying the stuff you need, and that's important. So let me dig into this and show you guys what I have. I'll show each item first. We'll start with the canteen, the medical bag, and then I'll move on to the bigger bug out bag. Alright guys, first up, the canteen. As you can see, adjustable strap. You can buy all kinds of used military canteens or whatever to keep you with you. This one is a very good size, as you can see, and it is plastic inside, and it's got a cap thing. You don't want to lose your cap, because then you're going to be really in trouble. It's got a metal band around it and kind of a faux fabric thing, but it is plastic. That's so it's easy to keep clean and should last for many, many years. And like I said, I've had this, I don't know, probably 30 years, something like that. Every now and then I get in there and I'll slosh the water around and clean it up a little bit. And as you can see, it's got a little patina on it, but that's just the outer thing for it. The plastic itself is still good, and the strap is adjustable, so you can put it over your shoulder, around your neck, around your waist, whichever way. But you got to have something to keep water in. Another thing you should invest in is some kind of water purification tablets or something. I don't have any of those at the moment, but you should have some way to keep your water clean. That's important. Because water and food are the two things you can't really live without, especially water. Water is, you know, something you gotta have. So water should be something you have. You can buy a gallon of water, and if you freeze it, it'll last longer. Because if you just have water sitting around, it might get a little funky on you after a while. So if you're gonna keep a couple of gallons of water, freeze it. That's a better way to keep it. And but just make sure you have some kind of liquid with you. Like I said, this is just to get me a day or two. I mean, if I was going to do, like some people have bug out vehicles, you can carry a lot more stuff in a vehicle. This is just an essential bag I grab if things are going horribly wrong and I need to get out of the house, which is the last thing you want to do is leave your house. It's the safest place for you. But if you have to, you need to have things like water and food and all your other stuff with you. The other thing that I have, and this clips onto my bag, and I bought this separately from the bag. This is a general medical, as you can see, bag that's designed to clip onto military belts and stuff like that. This is important. You've got to have medical supplies with you. Like I said, one small cut can kill a guy. I mean, you know, you really can't overstate that. I'll show you what's inside this one. I've got extras in my bag. You always want to have extra of the important things. If you got a knife, make sure you got a backup knife. It's like people who carry guns. They don't just have one, they've got two. If you got a water purification, you should have two. If you have like a poncho, you should have an extra poncho. You always want to have a redundant backup for whatever. If it's not because something goes wrong or you lose it, or if you're with another person and you just happen to be hunkered down, you want to have to share stuff with this person. So it's always good to have redundancy, but important things like medical, you can never have too much of. Alright, let's crack this open and I'll show you what's inside.